Good morning everybody, and once again welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to show you how you can read data from Kafka topics using Trino and then insert that data into Postgres again using Trino. I'll show you how to fetch data incrementally from Kafka topics, and then we are inserting the data incrementally into Postgres. This is an amazing hands-on lab that you can try on your local machine. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. All right, step one, we need to spin up the stack. So hopefully you guys have cloned the project repository, and if you have done so, there will be a docker compose.yml file which will spin up Trino, Kafka, Zookeeper, and Red Pandas. So the first step, come to your terminal and hit the command docker compose up -- build -d. Now all my containers are running in the background. All right. Step 2, in order to read data from Kafka topics and also in order to read and write data from Postgres, we need to basically define two connectors in Trino, which is Kafka and Postgres. So if you go to the catalog folder, you will see Kafka.properties, where we define the table name, which is essentially the topic name, and also in the Postgres .properties, you will see the username, the password, and the JDBC URL for Postgres. Hopefully made sense, right? So hopefully, please make sure to double check these particular settings. Now, once you have these settings, now let's head over to Jupyter Notebook to do some action. Okay. So now what we will do. Okay. So first of all, I'm on my Jupyter lab. Okay. So let's run this query. So here I'm connecting to the Trino, and then I have a table called fake social media. Okay. As you can see over here. So let's do count. I have 0 records inside that. Okay, right now I do not have any data. Also on a Chrome, head over to localhost 8000. Here you will see your Red Panda. Go to topics. Here you can see I have a topic, but I do not have any data. Okay, now we're gonna publish some data over here in a second. So now let me go to my notes and we'll publish 20 records. Now you can see 20 messages have been inserted into Kafka. Now let's verify that first. I'm gonna refresh here and I can see 20 messages. Now let's go to Jupyter Notebook again. I'm gonna run the same query. I see 20 records over here, okay? Now what we will do is we're gonna create a table in Postgres via Trino. So I'm gonna say create table. I'm using this particular catalog, which is Postgres. Inside that, I'm interested in the schema public, and I want to create a table called social media with this particular schema. So let's run this. I got a success, which means the table in Postgres should be created. Okay. Now what we will do is simply, as you can see over here, I want to zoom in as much as I can. I'm selecting bunch of columns from the Kafka topic, as you can see over here. And then I'm going to insert that into the Postgres table, as you can see. Now, one thing that you will observe here, this where clause, this will ensure that I'm only putting new data from the Kafka topic. So basically it goes to Postgres and fetches the date, and then basically it's going to say, hey, from Kafka, hey, give me everything after this particular timestamp. And if you have anything, insert into the Postgres, right? As simple as that. So let's see this in action. Okay. So I'll run this. I should see the 20 records, as you can see over here. Again, let's go to Postgres to verify. I'll run this query. I'm connecting to my Postgres. I see 20 records. So if I do star over here, again, I see my data over here. Okay. Now let's insert again some more data into Kafka to verify. 20 more records. So I should have how many? 40 records at this point. Okay. So now if I come here, if I do this one here, I should see 40 messages, right? Now again, if I run this query over here, right? So first I want to run this query. So here you can see the max timestamp, right? Now the max time is greater. So basically you have some messages to insert into the Postgres, right? So let's run this again. Look at that, 20 messages. Okay. If I go back to my Postgres and if I count here, 40 messages, right? If I run it again, I should see 0 because the timestamp is already on the max, right? So look at that, 0. So you saw how easily we are able to read data from Kafka topics, and then we are also able to insert that data into Postgres. Of course, incremental data with the timestamp, right? So this way you don't need any complex pipeline, and any complex Spark pipeline. You can just use simple SQL, read from this topic and write into Postgres, right? So hopefully you enjoyed the labs, and you can find the Jupyter notebook and the complete GitHub exercise on the GitHub links. So make sure to check that out. And if you have any questions, let me know your questions in the comment window, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.